All of you, welcome back once again. So in this video, we'll try to design the complete workflow, complete architecture for multiple network payment options. So let me give you the complete context that what exactly we want to do. In simple terms, you have a contract which deploy on a specific blockchain, and you want to allow other blockchains like Binance, Avalanche, Ethereum, Polygon. User can use these network to make the payment, and the data is going to be written on that particular blockchain where you have the contract. If you want to launch your own ICO project where you want to allow user to pay with different cryptocurrency, you can have that option. So let me take you through the entire architecture, that how the payment flow will happen, how the user will write the data, and what are the structure you have to keep in mind. So right now you will find that this is the complete architecture I have in front of me. So let me make a little bit zoom. So here I have taken an example of a base network. So I have my contract, which is the token contract, an ICO contract, which I have deployed on the base network. So these two contracts can be combined as one, or you can deploy individually. So you can create a token on the base network and you will have your contract there. You can transfer the token and then you can allow the user to make the purchase through the ICO contract. So you have understood that what we try to do, we have our base network where we have our ICO contract. Now what I want to do is I want to allow user to make the payment using Ethereum, Binance, or Polygon, or Avalanche. So the question is that how we going to design the architecture to provide these facilities. So we have our contract on the base network and we're going to build the ICO DApp, means where user can come to our website and interact with our base network and purchase our token. So this is how the thing will happen. So first we're going to provide these three payment options to the user. So user will connect their wallet and going to make the payment in their native currency. They can go with the Ethereum, they can go with Binance, they can go with Polygon, and they can also have the option to make the payment in stable coin. So they can simply make the payment in the respective network, whichever they will select, and the coin. But when they will complete the payment, we're going to trigger the event in our backend, which is going to execute the transaction on the base network, and the data, or you can call it token, will transfer to their wallet address on the base network. We're not going to transfer the token on this Ethereum, Binance, and Polygon because our contract and our token is live on the base network. So once the payment will receive, what will happen? We're going to trigger the event in our backend. We're going to collect the data about the transaction, the money we have received from the clients, whether it's a Polygon, Binance, Ethereum, or stablecoin. And we're going to pass the data to our backend where we're going to execute the transaction. So we'll have the address, we'll pass it to the contract and the quantity user have purchased, and we're going to execute the transaction in the backend, and the token will transfer to that particular wallet address which user have used to make the payment. And that's how the entire workflow will work. Again, we'll come back to the base network because there we have our contract. So the one thing we have to understand that when you are interacting with this particular model, so someone need to pay the gas fee when you're going to do the execution of the transaction in the backend on the base network. So you as an admin or as a creator of the token provide the private key of a wallet in the backend, which going to be utilized for paying the gas fee and executing the transaction, because we cannot charge the user because they will connect their wallet and will have the address. So at the backend we need the private key of a particular wallet which should have some fund, so it will execute the transaction. So this is the entire architecture exactly follow when you want to provide multiple network payment options. So some wallet will be sit in the background which is going to execute the transaction once we'll have the confirmation from the front end side, and we can also trigger an event on the back end and in the particular blockchain where we have to validate the transaction. So there is multiple architecture. This is the most common one which you will find in most of the applications which provide multiple network payment option. So I hope you have understood. If you really want to understand in detail, we already have a complete project around this where we have deployed our contract to a base network and we are providing these three payment options along with the stable coin. So user can pay any one of that. We are triggering the event in the backend and we are executing the transaction. So make sure to check this project. I will also link down in the description or in the I button so you can simply follow it. Try to understand. It will help you a lot. It will allow you to give the user more option to make the payment, because not all the user will have a base token in their wallet. They have Ethereum, they have Polygon, but it's not necessary that they're going to have the base and they're interested in your token. So it's up to you that you have to provide more option to your user, to your client, so they can invest and they can have the token in their address. So this is the architecture we follow in the industry. You can make it more complex, you can add more validation, you can add multiple check, you can add multiple layer of the contract depending on the business logic which you want to include. So this is the architecture you have to follow when you want to provide multiple payment options. So the key point you have to notice here that when you're going to write the data on the blockchain and interact with a smart contract, there you need a particular wallet that's going to assign all the transaction and pay the gas fee for executing the data. So I hope you have understood the entire workflow we have in this particular project. So make sure to watch the complete project. You will understand that how things are happening. So that's the only thing I want to cover. If you have any question, do let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.